Don't spoil the format.
Chithade faad diye, creative, talkative has been toned.
What a crew this is. I try to tell a story and they just cough. Both disrespectful, yeah. बदतमीज लोग आ गए. Leave me alone. Buzz off. Amitabh. But not Bachchan.
मेरा नंबर कब आएगा? अब तो आ ही जाएगा.
है कोई जवाब?
Baba, nothing like a good scratch. So underrated. The best part of the scratch is after this point. Oh, I can't tell you. The pleasure of that scratch. दिखा नहीं सकता. But if the camera pans to my mouth, I can scratch and show you the pleasure. कृपया ध्यान दीजिए, मेरा नाम है सैरस ब्रोच. नॉर्थ इंडिया में मेरा नाम है बंटी, साउथ में राजू. आई एम फेमस फॉर ओनली वन थिंग एंड दैट इज समथिंग आई एम गोइंग टू डेमोन्स्ट्रेट राइट नाउ. I can do this for many minutes and pass time like this. Please join me and have a good time in the comfort of your home. Oh, and I'll be featured on a very special show called Creative Talkative, Volume 3.
Welcome to Creative Talkative with Ketki Tiwari.
Yeah, we're creative and talkative. There's no stopping this. There's no topping this. Time to explain what's in our veins, what's in our minds. Take a peek into these lives. Yeah, we're creative and talkative. There's no stopping this. There's no topping this. Time to explain.
Start. I'm ready.
I know.
Sorry, no pressure. I'm like this. I'm very fast.
No, that's fine.
People get very
you
irritated.
take these-
In 10
this
minutes,
is-
we'll start slapping. इसमें बात क्या है? Can I explain?
Yes.
Celebrity इतना क्या है कि you don't know who or she is, so you have to write it down. Because we have only 2-3 Amitabh Bachchan, Shah Rukh Khan, Hrithik Roshan. After that, what difference does it make? Everybody is a celebrity. So you have to write it down, keep the picture, so you remember. So it's a very good funda. Ready? Rolling?
Yes, ready. No,
Action. What is this nonsense?
This is,
Okay, these are questions for me. But can I, you don't mind? Sorry to do this, but why do we have questions and all? This podcast is all organic stuff. Yeah, just chat, man. Don't spoil the format.
Chithade faad diye, creative, talkative has been toned to
मतलब माहिती
pieces.
नहीं, but I am doing what I can.
You speak Marathi and all. Huh?
I can abuse.
Then that's it. Then that's the most important thing about a language, anyways.
My biography is called Kutraitsa Pillu. It's the story of a man.
We were very keen to have you on Creative Talkative.
And let me tell you, after you finish with me, next door is Simi Garewal.
Oh, is it?
Get her fast because time is. Sorry, I shouldn't say that, but you know what I mean.
I
You're
know,
asking
I'm-
the camera.
I'm discussing
I'm
with him
confused.
कि
It's like
we
she's
had
lost her
thought-
mind. Yeah.
The
बात
first
करो.
thing I thought, which is anyways,
Are you asking me?
ask you, yes.
Okay.
Are you like sick of being called, let's say, OG of comedy?
I don't care about all that. The people just, I think a lot of it is fake respect, so you should not be rude to anyone. Because especially the younger people, they give you a lot of fake respect. And I don't know, I can't call their bluff, so I don't know exactly what.
So again, for the younger people, a lot of younger people, have to see some old stuff about you
Yeah,
to
it's,
kind of figure
oh, that's not embarrassing. Let me tell you what's embarrassing. At the airport, the father and mother of the young child, say 10-year-old child, they come and say, nah, Cyrus, we grew up watching you, yo, photo. And then, Bunty, Pechana? So Bunty is like, who the is this? And I'm like, Bunty, don't say anything bad. And Bunty stares at me like he's not impressed. He's the guy badly dressed, hair is not combed, balding, snot coming out. Ye kaun hai? कौन सा एंगल से
So
अमिताभ
we'll
बच्चन?
give you this platform. Now you have to look into the camera, and if you had to introduce yourself to whatever it's Gen Z,
Yeah.
now there's Alpha.
I am a Cyrus Brocha out of work actor, struggling artist. My basic aim in life is to walk dogs, but they don't pay well enough for that, so I have to do all this nonsense. Okay, I hate young people. For me, the word youth rhymes with a Hindi word with C, and I'm not interested in you. Don't irritate me. Okay, leave me alone. Buzz off. And I'm saying buzz, I could use bad language, but she's a lovely lady and I will not show disrespect because I come from Tamiz culture and all that. We can say that even though it's not true.
Yeah.
Buzz. So, buzz off.
So
Shall we
you
put in
want
one
to
Jai
start
Hind
with-
also, just for safety?
Let's
Jai Hind.
Jai Hind. Tell me one thing. Since you speak so fast, your mind is faster or your mouth is faster?
So my mind is much faster, but now my mouth has become slower because of age. So the disparity is more. So I've got lots more things which are stuck.
Like that.
Yeah, it's
so
in the
you
middle.
think, so you're one of those people who think at the speed of light and then you have
So
to,
now that you brought it
words
up,
can't keep up.
people think you're arrogant when you say this, but I have to write with hand when I'm writing, for example. And I write really fast. Like Kunal and I write together. I write 4 pages of material. He writes 3 lines. That's the difference. I'm not saying who writes better, but who writes faster. Also, my arm swells up like a bodybuilder because I write like this.
Acha.
So I write, talk, performance, everything is fast, even in bed.
That's a good one.
That's not a good one. That's a bad one.
So when you started this, like I would
didn't
like to
start
call
anything.
it brand of humor. No, there was a brand of humor that you started. So this was something that you just took a chance or you had that vision ke
See,
this is how it's
No, nothing like that. The simple truth is, I don't like contemporary music, not English or Hindi. So what was I supposed to do? I have no interest. Initially, they were actually talking about music and things like that. So I just had to be myself. And you can't. Television exposes you if you're long term on it, no? You can't pretend all the time.
Exactly my point. So it's
so
almost like you
I
knew that this is what is going to.
I wasn't good looking enough. I'm not interested in clothes. I'm not interested in combing my hair. I hate makeup. So I just said, let me represent people like me. There must be somebody like me watching.
But that's
Luckily,
that
there were
kind
a
of
few.
conviction is a lot to have when you're young and.
But how do I get away pretending to be something I'm not for a long period of time? No? It's not like an acting job. It's damn
I
tough.
know, but I'm saying most people who who are on TV are like they pretend, right? And which is why they can't keep it up.
I think they don't relax. So what happens when you're not relaxed, then you can't be yourself.
Correct.
So that happens with a lot of people. So then you have this whole, hi, tell me, that whole affected way of talking and all. But that's now much less than before.
I'm just going through.
What are you doing? You're stealing stuff from the house. Arey, police ko bula, police ko bula.
Let's go talk about bachpan and all. So when you were 5, you did your first play.
I was in the school here. I think I must have been 7.
You don't remember the name of your school?
Cathedral, horrible. 7, first standard would be 7 or 8. 7, I think. Yeah.
I'm not way off. I said
First,
5.
it's not a great play, a play in school only. But I had a very noble intention. If you did any acting, elocution, debating, singing, you got out of class.
I think most of us did that.
That's the reason you do any entertainment. Yeah.
Correct.
And even now, why do we become comedians? Because we didn't want to work. That's why I'm very angry with people like Veer Das and Zakir Khan and all who are very hardworking and conscientious and they made it into like a job. And screwing up the market for us. It's basically for wastrels who don't want to do anything and you still get paid. At 14, I did a professional play.
Okay.
To cut a long story short, it's a long story, but anyway. And so that was a whole different experience and complete. That's proper like acting and rehearsals for 2 months and with proper, actors who come and, a lot of pressure and all that. But of course, being 14, I was treated very well, not too many bad incidents. So they, it's like, I won't say Sachin, that'll sound very arrogant, but if you're the young kid in a group doing something, generally speaking, you're sort of looked after. So I think I had a very good introduction to this world.
Then from there, Jalwa happened.
Jalwa happened. Pankaj Parashar and Nasir came to see the play. And they wanted a fresh face. And they just liked I don't know why they chose me. I had round cheeks, I think. Maybe that was the thing. And it was a small role, the role of the druggy brother. I had never had anything more than shandy. I was 15 years old or 14 years old. And I had to play this druggy. When I went to Xavier's, again you get freedom, first year junior college. As you know, there's no work. So, and it's quite easy. You just study for the exams. Take notes from Shalini and Renu. So you don't have to pay attention for 4 months and then get 105 over 3 terms, right? So that happens. So then that is when I started doing plays again. I had a play called Godspell and then I got into it again. So that was like a renaissance after a gap of 1.5, 2 years. But I was still the youngest.
Correct.
I learned how to drink.
At what age?
About 17, 18. For the sake of authenticity, let's say 18. What a crew this is. I try to tell a story and they just cough. They don't want to hear anymore. Yeah, ये बहुत disrespectful है. बदतमीज लोग आ गए. But advertising was in the 90s, 93 end to 94
was
end.
very happening.
I went to Trikaya. I did that copy test they used to make us do. I thought I was great. Nothing. I went to Sam. Sam called me back and said, why are you wasting your time? You're an actor. You want to be an actor. Don't do all this. I think he thought it was the worst copy test or whatever. That to save me as a Parsi, he felt it was important for him to say, don't come to this line and embarrass your family name and all. So, yeah. So then, in the meantime, I did some voiceovers with Kunal and this guy called Mishal Verma. Your very deep voice, Radio Midday. And so...
Then you joined radio.
I joined radio at the same time. It all happened at the same 93. So it all happened at the same time. August 15, 93, they started radio, FM.
FM, correct.
And so in about a month or so. And I joined the Dacunyas also around the same time. So it all just happened. And the thing is, so Sylvie Dacunya said, the boss, passed away recently. He said, because they all know us, because of theatre, they know who we are. Because of this, all of them are dual. So he said, why is he struggling? Can't you come and work for us? Like in India, this is how it works. You get a job through influence or networking.
So let's talk about radio.
So then radio, see, because of English theatre is a small world. And at that point, So the people who were running it, they just looked at people like Keith Stevenson was there, Mohan Kapoor was there, Tanaz Lal, who became Kareem, and now Irani was there, the actress, myself. So they called 4-5 of us. I love that medium. I couldn't believe my luck. I'm alone, I can talk, no one can talk back. Then we did Polo Dial-In show, which was the most fun.
Yeah.
And I remember a sound engineer telling me, Rafael, that Brocha, when a boy is on the phone, your level is here. When a girl is on the phone, your level is here. What rubbish.
What rubbish? मतलब why I can't design?
निर्मला, ये केतकी मैम का डिजाइन है. वो एडवर्टाइजिंग में काम करती हैं. I used to say swear now, but I look bad.
What? No, but it's true.
How come? What a coincidence. We have one thing and it's your design.
I used to design for dinnerware.
But you'll make much more money designing like this. Why are you doing this silly podcast? Bolo, where were we?
No, we were talking about how MTV happened.
This MTV relaunched in '96, in March of '96. And so again they called us for auditions, and I went for the audition again because there were 5 people in theatre, 3 models, the same 10 people. I was lucky, no VJ hunt with 10,000 people. But the thing is that all those people who came, I was the only guy who looked like a normal guy, like a guy just out of college. I was in bad jeans and t-shirt. They all came with wristbands and this and that, but none of them looked like apna college lafanga. A loser who has the frustration of no girl talking to him for 5 years, which continues till he's 40. Also, the second thing they did, they shut the teleprompter. I always remember, it was about Red Hot Chili Peppers, which was some group in the 90s. I have no idea. I'm to Beatles ka aadmi hu. I'm not interested in but Red Hot Chili Peppers and blah, 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 3 lines. And then it goes off, which was their test, right? But the only thing is, I love that because now I can talk. Okay. Until then, I'm reading about something I'm not interested in. I went to Narasimha Rao for 5 minutes. I remember, I don't know, I just talked politics for 5 minutes in a silly way. And so they were very happy because everybody else was like, it's a shut, what should I do? Is there a problem and all? I was the only one who just carried on. But I actually felt free. I mean, I don't know. I had no idea what they wanted to do. I just did my thing and I left. And then they called me back. And the guy called Vinny Longobardo, Italian-American guy. So he called and said, come to the Oberoi and we'll meet and let's chat. So I went to the Oberoi, town called Oberoi. And there was this big guy, blonde hair, with a jacket and all that, suit. So I went up to him and I said, hello, Vinny, I'm Cyrus. Was? Who? What is your name? Some German guy from, he was like, okay, sorry, bro. I was a bit racist on my part. He's the one white guy I saw. Then there was this darkish white guy with a ponytail, fat and, in a corner. And he was smiling. But he recognized me because he's seen me. So he said, Cyrus, very Longobardo. And he sounded like an Italian from New York and all that. It was great. We hit it off. And I told him about my mistakes. So I think that went down very well with him as well. How do you get, there are 2 white guys. I didn't see the second guy as one. Again, not to be racist, what do you do? You go with your gut feel. 4 baje bulaya, 4 baje bhi yahi tha. It's not my fault. Yeah. But that guy he was quite incensed because he thought I was like, being forward or something. I don't know what he thought. English was not his language either. So it was a fun thing. And then I bought to them and whatever. That's the story.
Rest is history.
Well, no history. I got to pay bills. I started paying more bills because I made a little bit of money. Don't want marry? Okay.
And then Bakra was happening
much later,
no?
96, you don't know, Ketki. When Amitabh Bachchan tells you he struggled and Shah Rukh Khan struggled and all, my struggles are much worse. Because I remember going to DAV Chandigarh to shoot. Our principal calls us in, Rajiv Raghu from Roadies, at that time they were producers. Rajiv, me and Manisha. We're sitting there. ये क्या है MTV? मतलब क्या है MTV की? So music, Raghu, they all speak good Hindi. Sir जी ये देखिए basically MTV एक music channel है तो गाना की channel? हाँ गाना के channel. तो मतलब रेडियो कैसे था? नहीं रेडियो कैसे नहीं तो फर्क क्या है? So sitting explaining what music television is. Then we went in the shooting. I asked some of the girls and guys, what color is your underwear? It's MTV, I'm 22, 23, 24 years old or something. They're also 19, 20, 21 years old. What do we talk about? We're not going to talk about Ukraine. So, and that reached him. Ki chaddi ke bare mein baatcheet hui. He came down himself and grabbed the camera. There was like a physically violent thing. And the one thing from your crew you can ask is nobody touched the camera. I mean, he nearly got beaten up by the staff there or whatever his minions. Like the kids were all on our side. It was really hard to explain to people what MTV was. You have no idea. We couldn't enter anywhere. It took a long time before distribution fell in, and we made a little name, and kids started watching us, and then we became a little popular. Then it became a lot easier. Then they would call us. अभी बोला मैंने आएगा. Bakra, my Pepsi ad, मेरा number कब आएगा, and Cadbury all released in April 1999. Now
99. Okay.
Because my life changed. I was just walking on the road with my German Shepherd at that point, and people started coming and hassling me. Well, मेरा number आएगा became very big. The Cadbury क्या स्वाद है, that became very big, and Bakras are getting very big. So suddenly all happened together, and what happened is people of all classes were watching. Now, with advertising, national TV at that time, Bakra was no language bar, so everybody was watching. Bala Sahib called.
Really?
My son, my mother. So, sorry, landline, phone rang. We used to run it at 3:30 for 10 minutes vignette.
Yeah.
Phone rang in English. Cyrus Brocha. So, strange voice and also. I said, हाँ बोलिए sir. Bala Sahib Thackeray, English. This is exactly what he never said any more words. I said, yes, sir, tell me. Something told me it might be true. First, I was thinking my friend Vikram or Samira playing pranks. We used to do these jokes all the time. Dhirubhai Ambani, this one, that one. And we would then immediately go Ma Bain Gali, straight on parents. We would take our parents' names. We were that close that we used to abuse our parents all the time. That was our style. And thank God I didn't go into any of that. Something told me, just wait. Something in my head. I just want to tell you, he didn't speak Marathi or Hindi or anything. He spoke in English full. I watched the show. I stopped everything at 3:30 and watched the show. Keep up the good work. And he put the phone down.
Wow.
And we had never voted Shiv Sena till then. After that, we did. So the enthusiasm of the show was a lot more than we could have anticipated.
Yeah.
No,
I think it was.
You work hard for other shows, it goes nowhere. You don't even work hard for something and it works. It's really, nature is horrible.
At that time, I think it took off like how everyone, like he's saying.
Ketki, we had 13 competitors within 3 months. 13. Bengali, Malayalam, a couple more South languages, Hindi, French, Canadian, everything came.
Yeah.
Candid camera, because everybody knows how much fun candid camera is.
Correct.
Safest genre to watch, na?
Yeah. I think there were a lot of firsts that happened, right? It was like a camera. I mean,
First
this kind
reality
of
show?
First reality show.
First candid camera reality show, which is
Candid camera,
always there.
Correct.
First audience sort of show.
Correct.
Because everything with the public.
Yeah. Everything, a lot of firsts. Yeah.
But give us a lot of confidence, because we worked with all kinds of people. It's
How
almost
many
like
episodes you must have done for Bakra?
we did from 99 to 2011. 12 years we did.
And then there was a Bakra Returns also, no? That
We
happened.
may have done one season here and there, April 1st specials and all that.
So now you're not planning.
But people started recognizing us, so I had to start working because we were shooting mostly in Bombay. So they started recognizing. It takes one guy to recognize you on a street, and you're screwed. Waste of 1 hour, then change location. So we had to be a little careful. We started traveling. Went to Manipal, went to Delhi, Pune, highway. We had got permission for Jet Airways, and then you know what happened? 2001 September 11th. After which all permissions changed. We were going to be in the plane on the PA.
Oh, it would have been amazing.
So remember Bombay Jaipur flight? We'll be like, okay, we are touching down in Calcutta in 20 minutes. Imagine, boss, itna hi or reaction. Just small, we had planned 3-4. Just small, but mass reaction. Great gags we had planned. And they were so happy. Now I pee once or twice every half an hour.
That reminds me, you want to pee?
Yeah, you want to pee?
No,
I'm fine.
You've been sitting here.
I have my mug, no?
Achha, that yellow is. I
No,
thought
so
that was juice.
I was recovering diabetic, no? So I reversed it. So now I
No,
don't
he's
take
saying
sugar.
that. He said you have a mug, so I said that yellow is juice, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't know.
You'll have to test it. Not taste it, test it. Because we had one prime minister who, back in the day, bus. Let's leave it at that.
Let's leave it at that.
ये youngsters को कुछ पता नहीं यार.
Correct.
They don't know who I am. How will they know Moraji Desai is? That's my son. Come.
Hello. Yeah, I met him. Hi, Mikhail.
That's my son. Because of recession, we can't afford t-shirts. Sorry about that. It's not that we hate our children. We sort of like them.
You are thinking my son looks young because I look like a 30-year-old. Nah? That is why.
Lovely thing. You must have been a great girl to date, no? Because you only compliment yourself. The guy doesn't have to work hard also. We are moving?
Yeah, we are moving there. Shifting to that.
Okay, now then I'll quickly pee if you're actually moving.
Yeah.
You want to pee?
The mic is on.
So what? You'll hear the pee.
But I'm saying that when people say now that couples start looking like each other, I think that happens because the kids look like a combination. So when someone comes to your house, they look at your kid and then they look at you and then you realize that.
Ketki, you're still young. You don't understand life here. देखिए, couples look like each other because of the pain of being together for so long. They've lost all power of enthusiasm. That Josh Janoon quality is gone, so it's like dead flesh. And that's why when dead flesh and dead flesh meet, what is the difference? You're looking at two people in coma who are waiting to die. Whoever dies first, वो तो जीत गया. I love marriage. Really great idea.
You got married which year?
Oh God. दवाई लाना. What a horrible thought. 2001. Yeah, 2001. My wife gave me an ultimatum. She said, I'll go back to America, you marry me. So I was saying go back to America, but my mind and mouth thing happened, na? So the second line came out first. But I couldn't take it back. Ask
That's
Kunal.
not very long back, 2001.
23 years. 23 years. BJP is not even 15. You should tell the audience also कि if you're getting whatever, let's not call it Sangeet, engaged or whatever, give a little buffer in case you don't like each other. Because suddenly you realize कि you're, फंस गया इसमें. अभी 1-2-3 महीने. You also love marriage. You had told me off
Yes,
camera.
I also love marriage.
So let me give you the bad news about love marriage. After 2 years, love or arrange is all the same.
Correct.
You just want to get out of the room. But I
10
like to bitch. और कोई है? Say from your side.
From our side,
What's your husband like?
Oh, my husband is, his name is Amitabh.
Amitabh, but not
But
Bachchan.
not Bachchan.
How
That
sad.
is the-
That's
that
the
is
book.
tragedy
That's the book I'll
of
buy.
my life.
Amitabh,
But not
Bachchan.
My
The
name
voice
is
should change. Amitabh, but not Bachchan. I'll do the view. I'll do the view.
I was thinking that since you're a morning person and I've heard a lot about your 12 egg
4:26 I woke up today.
And then
4:29 I was down with the dogs. 4:46 I was back up. Then toilet. Then make my products. And 5:37 I was in the car with my daughter. 5:50.
With your daughter?
She also works out.
at 5:30.
5:50, 5:50 we are touching the barbell.
Wow.
Like the first rep of whatever we are doing. Not bad, no?
Not
Timing
bad.
wise, timing. But then what happens if you have no work, no? By 7:30 your day is over. It's very embarrassing. Watchman with कोई नौकरी ढूंढ दो यार. He's full
No, no,
Vijay,
so
my
your,
watchman.
your
feels very bad.
breakfast and all, I heard you have like 12, 15 eggs and all.
You know, 12 eggs is not really that much when people don't understand. It looks because it comes in one plate.
Correct.
If I make you eat 12 eggs, you'll eat. If you're hungry, you'll eat it. What is 12 eggs? It's not like 7 masala dosas or something. It's just 12 eggs.
Correct.
So unfortunately, they make a big deal out of it because, yeah, but I like to eat as much protein immediately after. Then I spread it out a bit.
But you've always been like very fitness conscious.
No,
and whatever.
the thing is that I have to fight my wife physically just to enter the house. So I have to keep myself strong. The phone rings, Kunal goes into a slumber, like he's hypnotized. You'll say, Kunal, riots on the street, we have to leave now. The flat is burning. What? It's like that. Which self-respecting molester will be, आज विजयकर को rape करता हूँ मैं. It's not going to happen. I apologize. Too much. Where do I bully him?
You bully him.
Let me tell you what happens.
10 minutes
He is
and
protected by you now and your crew. The moment I start saying anything, everybody's taking his side. This is what happens everywhere.
But he's adorable, seriously.
No, he's horrible.
But you were always a bully in school and all also.
I'm not a bully. I just talk a lot. Where's the bullying?
No, I'm asking you. Were you a bully in
No,
school?
no, no.
and all?
I'll tell you what happens with people like Kunal. Kunal's actually an introvert. Okay? I don't know what you got from him because he's very sweet and all that, but he's actually a shy guy. So what happens is that in a group, especially with strangers, he doesn't say anything. So when these young comics come and they start talking to us, I'm going at 100 miles per hour and he's like, fake laugh. Very good. Doing all that.
But you do realize.
So I have to
that-
balance.
So are you a typical Sobo, or I should actually say Somu because now it's South Mumbai. So Somu also sounds very.
See, I'm a misfit in India. I'll tell you why. I'm an egalitarian. I spend my whole day telling people don't call me sir, saab, uncle, ji. I hate that. Especially I go to the Bombay Jam and these guys are working there. How to explain? Because Indians don't understand egalitarianism, which is equality of everyone.
But Sobo people don't think, na.
Sober people, they're all old money, they don't work most of them. What are you worried about? Don't give them any
But
money.
when you have these kind of houses and you have money,
But
why
it's
you
not
don't
my
work?
house, my dad worked hard. So now I forgot what we were talking about.
You're talking about Sobo.
Huh.
And you, whether you are a typical Somo.
No,
Sobo type.
I'm egalitarian. I'm alone now. Because, you know, you try to tell people don't say sir, but because of economic disparity, they just believe they have to look up to someone, which is such bullshit. You're just earning less. There's nothing to it. I wish that would happen in this country, but now I can't stand for politics and all. It's too. I don't like the posters. Yeah, the posters are scary.
Yeah, posters are.
Because let's face it, what good-looking politicians are there, male or female? I mean, it's tough, right? So you're driving and suddenly, you know, children are ban karo aankhe. Because, you know, 40 pictures, welcome, happy birthday, Saal
birthday,
gira. Oh, Peter's a one-man dog.
See, we told you, no, to stay here. No. Yeah, so you started your podcast in.
2015 April.
Okay.
So we'll
and it's been
9 years.
9 years.
Yeah, in March, April, somewhere there.
And you've had more than 1,000 episodes.
There were, I think, 1,300 episodes. Most of them are really bad, so maybe 2 or 3 are decent. But
No,
it's a
they're
lot.
not. This
It's a lot.
one's
Yeah.
one of my favorite podcasts.
What are you
yeah.
saying?
No,
I haven't heard
seriously?
even one.
You've not heard one?
We've
even
put
once?
Kunal on it more than once. That bad.
No, but I think it's one of my favorites.
So I like the medium because it's the easiest work to do. In the sense you sit in an AC room,
Yeah.
generally speaking, and you just chat, which is
Yeah.
fun
Yeah.
compared to all the work you have to do in TV. Put on clothes, this,
And
that.
since you're anyways got this spontaneous sort of, that's your style.
Yeah,
So
I think it's a conversation, no? So I think that should be the key. I don't like the doctored conversations. I really fight for that.
So when someone's coming on your show who you don't know, you have to read up and all about that.
no, so you read a little bit. If they're presenting a book or something, you have to have some idea what's happening. But then you just talk.
Correct.
I feel people just, if you relax and talk like we're talking now, you have a nice conversation. Why do you need to really work? See, what happens is you start thinking then,
Yeah.
and then you start getting stressed. And if you notice, a lot of anchors, they have this habit of going back to what they want to say.
Yeah.
They don't let the conversation take its own. We are having a conversation just going in its own direction, or it has, for better or for worse.
Yeah.
What many people want to do is they've got their 10 questions, or be dusra question. So we are talking about the death of some man in the next building, and I go to my next question. Lake Powai is filling up. You know, the segue is completely not there.
Yeah.
And so I don't want to get into that space. I think podcast people listening is easy listening. Is if you like the person or you like the subject or whatever, just listen. We don't want to doctor it completely, but people are not stupid.
I think that reflects in the people who come in your podcast because they are I think very much at ease because they know that there's no stress. Because I think you have that natural ability to kind of just.
But don't you think after 10-15 minutes, most people relax and talk?
No.
If you let them? No?
If you let them, that's what I'm saying.
No, what I mean is if you don't
have
coach
something
them-
in mind, कि उनको यहाँ से यहाँ लेके जाना है, ऐसे करना है, then it's different. But if you let them talk,
Yeah.
yeah. Achha, what about the current this comedy scene and all? Like you said, yeah, people now work very hard and all.
Too hard.
But you follow anyone? You think like anyone in the international? You
stand
like
up,
their stuff?
even international, I like Bill Burr and all that. But the thing is that stand up comedy for a long time irritates me. After 10-15 minutes, I get a little bored. It's just one person talking. It's very difficult to hold the audience, I think, especially on video format. So if there's no naked people, then I get bored very quickly. But I
So
do.
you will
I
never
like
consider-
snippets. I watch the snippets a
Will you
lot.
consider stand-up?
We've done lots.
Yeah.
I've done lots of shows, but they're obviously so bad you've never heard of them. And today's audience is very good, no? Today's audience is not shy. When we started about 20 years back, they wouldn't talk back. They would be not happy. Now they'll come on stage, they'll talk back, they'll give it to you.
Now
they'll
do they
heckle you.
ask for the front
They ca- yeah,
cushions
yeah,
because
they're
they
full
want
on.
to be pulled up.
Yeah.
And they want to
So
want
it's
people to.
so it's a whole different ball game.
I love your views on VIPs and how that VIP culture.
There are no views. VIP culture has
Very
to
strong
end.
feeling.
It's horrible, yaar. It's disgusting to see these, because when the police join the police, na, they're young warriors. They want to do something for the society, what we call Samaj Ka Seva. That's gone. What do? They stand up and they're only interested in the VIP. Then they want to throw you off the road. It's that rubbish you're doing. People are plying their trade, trying to earn their money. Stop doing this rubbish. Who are you working for? You are working for us, not working for these mandarins. And they're sitting there scared of being killed with 40 cars and 70 bodyguards and all that rubbish. It's really nonsense. And the worst thing, our police have started sitting on chairs. Everywhere in Bombay, you'll find them on plastic chairs in the middle of the road. What the is happening? What is this? If I join the police force, I'll be standing there helping old people across the road, helping kids, helping people park a car. Have they ever thought, why don't we help people who are stressed? There's no thinking, hey, I'm now parking. Bro, don't start me off about all these guys. They just don't get it. They don't understand. And the moment the VIP has come, I like dogs. I'm looking to get married for a second time. And I want a wife, not want is a horrible word to use. I'd like to meet a lady who's in her late 70s and possibly deaf. I think it will work very well, our relationship.
Good idea. This is your matrimony.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Let us tell you what we wanna say. Not about just getting paid or achieving fame. It's about the everyday blood, sweat, and tears, dreams and fears, everything you gotta hear. Listen, from the first steps to the final leap, making headlines in history. How they did it, it's no mystery. Take a seat, honestly. Yeah, we're creative and talkative. There's no stopping this, there's no topping this. Time for honesty with some novelty. Sit down with KT, you just hit the lottery.